All right, good afternoon, traders. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. April 12th, 2024, BYOB Market Wrap Up. My name is John Kerrigan. Let's take a look at the market. Let's go look at some charts today. All right, so let's crank this up, put it on the daily. All right, so you can see gap down, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. Right into support. Didn't quite tag the major support number, but we got incredibly close there. So it could have finished the day down here around 509, but it wound up gapping up, bouncing up here to 511. Maybe another candle down tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, so on Friday, we'll see. Maybe another candle down, and I mean, we could come in and test the bottom of this major support here. If we break through that, I think we're coming down to 503. Would be right about 504, right about there. So maybe you pull back to 504 is what's coming. Let's take a look and see if we can find the 50-period moving average. And not going to find it on that one. All right, so here's price. And you can see price hitting the 50-period moving average today. We could get a bounce on Friday. We'll see what happens. So right there, 50-period moving average. First time it's been in contact with SPY since the breakout move back in November. All right, so looking at possible bounce coming in here tomorrow, Monday. Got the 50 coming right up underneath to provide some support. So we'll see what happens. So there's SPY. And on the daily chart, like I said, lower high, lower low, coming right into the 50. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. Let me change this over here. All right, let's go to QQQ. QQQ doing the same thing, still bullish. Lower high, lower low. Was that a lower low? Yeah, lower low. Right into the 50. Lower high, lower low. Still bullish, hasn't broken this low. So QQQ still in an uptrend. All right, so let's take a look at FNGU. All right, here's FNGU inside day. Higher low, lower high, closing inside the bullish trap over the flat 17 EMA. Still bullish. All right, that's the big caps. So all those Amazon and Meta and Microsoft, FNGU still bullish. Those are the heavyweights in the SPY. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM lower high, lower low. Closing below the bearish trap. It's in a downtrend underneath the trap and the price, and everything is underneath the 17 EMA curling down through it. All right, so there's IWM in a downtrend. Possible visit to this 200 SMA on the daily. We'll see. All right. Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow. Lower high, lower low. Closing below the bearish trap, below the curling over 17 EMA. Diamond Dow in a downtrend. IWM is in a downtrend. SPY is in a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay. SPY is in a downtrend. All right, so QQQ and FNGU not in a downtrend. Okay, USO. USO puts in higher low, higher high, closing inside the bullish trap again over the rising 17 EMA. UNG putting in a lower low and a lower high, closing. Geez, I can't even see that one. Closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the flat 17 EMA. Okay, they're back in a downtrend, UNG. All right, silver, oh my gosh, another new 2.5-year high. I'm going to have to go over to the left there to see if there's how far over it goes. Let's take the 3-day, and where are we? That's a 3-year. Yeah, that's a 3-year high right there. All right, so we got to put a line up here. Right there. So what's that number? 2798. All right, 2798. Right there. Okay, so that's the 3-year high. But you can see this is a 3-year high for SLV. Just getting up over all of this consolidation. Wow. If they can break out and hold over 2798, wow. All right, so all-time highs, that's the 3-year high. All-time high is way up here. I think it's like 50-something or 40. Anyways, we're up there around 48.72. All right, so we need to get up on top of here and hold this area that's for silver. Back to the daily chart. Okay, you got higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Let's take a look at GLD. All right, GLD, new all-time high again today. All right, closing inside the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Silver and gold in an uptrend. Crude oil USO in an uptrend. UNG not in an uptrend. Let's take a look at our technicals. Yeah, we were in the oversold zone, came out of the chop zone, and just stayed here all day. We did, have some coffee right here at the sell zone. And then with the lower highs and the lower lows, we found ourselves in the oversold zone. So I'll bet it looks red all day on T2123. Yeah, you can see red all day long. 3-bar, kind of moving underneath here. Where do they have support? Not till right about there they have some support. So they just, see that shelf of price action? They just hit that support. So possibly looking at a decent bounce on Monday. We'll see what happens. SPY hit the 50. T2123 hit the support. Maybe they can make it back up over this all-time high right here. FNGU, not a bad day for FNGU, but selling all day long, all right? But they managed to hold on top of this flat 200 SMA. That's good. That's really good. All right, they had some little mini rally in the end of the day, kind of challenging the downtrend that they have going on right through here. You can see they broke the downtrend. Now they just need to set the higher low and then start moving back up. There's FNGU bouncing off of a flat 200 SMA. All right, let's go back and look at some sectors, and then we're going to call it a weekend. All right, so first sector, SMH. Okay, SMH still bullish, still in an uptrend. Nice bull flag. Price action for SMH. What do we got here? Lower high, lower low. Closing under the bearish cross underneath the flat 17 EMA. Okay, so just consolidating right through here. Let's take a look at XLK. XLK, just consolidating right through here. Lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap or under the bearish cross and under a wavy 17 EMA. XLK. XLI, industrials, almost looking like they're ready to put in a lower high. They got to take out this low right here. These lows right through here. And then we're in a downtrend. But right now, trying to hang on to this uptrend, maybe a higher low here. We'll see what happens. All right, but anyways, we got lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the bearish 17 EMA. Kind of curling over there on XLI, our industrials. All right, let's take a look at IYT. IYT, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. In a downtrend, because we printed a lower low. Here's the last low. We printed lower lows. So IYT in a downtrend. And last one, and then we're going to call it a weekend. All right, here's the financials getting hit hard today. Wow. We had some big boys that reported. So we got a high, a lower high, and we got lower lows. So we were in a downtrend here, okay, for XLF. All right. So XLF now in a downtrend, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA, just getting whacked hard. And I thought they were headed off for 50. But where would be minor support? Might be right on top of this. See where that is? No, not there. That's a long way. And right there. So you can see they hit that number today, 39.95. So they could be bouncing on Monday as well. Everything's kind of poised for a bounce on Monday. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's XLF. All right, traders, for today, you know, the instructions were at the beginning of the day, 2-hour downtrend, 10-minute downtrend, red erases green entries, take profit into the dips. Okay, so we'll take a look at SPY, and we'll drill down to the 10-minute. And you can see here's the price action for the 10-minute. We gapped down and we made a lower high. Then we made a lower low. Then we made another lower high. And then we made a lower low. Then we made another lower high. And then we inked out a lower low. Not very convincing right there. So may take a while on Monday to get started. All right, they might not be done with producing that lower low. We'll see what happens. They might be working on putting in an easy high so they can get going in the other direction again. So there's SPY, and we had a 2-hour downtrend. All right, here's your 2-hour chart. Okay, you can see the 3 crosses underneath the 8 right here. So then you had a 10-minute downtrend. Okay, right here. 10-minute downtrend. All we were looking for is red to erase green right here. Here's your first one. There's the second one. There's the second green candle getting erased. Green moved back up. And then here we go again. Red erases green. This would be the green right there. These 4 candles. Red erases green, and you take it down to there. And then red erases green again, and you got a little bit right here. Okay, so right now we're in a 10-minute uptrend right here, so we'll see where that goes tomorrow. All right, Monday. All right, so that was red erases green, you can jump in. So we jumped in here, and I jumped in there, and I jumped in there. Okay, every time we had a pullback, made a lower high, it was an opportunity. Every time red erases green, you had an entry to get in and take it lower. Red erases green, there's your entry. Take it lower. Okay, you can stay in this until the 3 crosses over the 8. Till the 3 crosses over the 8, right there. Or you get a bearish reversal, right there. You know, if you lose a candle, There's an opportunity to get out. Again, take profits in the weakness. All right? All right, we got puts or we're short. You see a dip, take profits into that dip. Take profits into the dips. And take profits into the dips. All right, so that was our strategy from the beginning of the day before the market opened. Monday resistance. You got this block of right here. That should act as resistance, and that's from 520 down to 517.50, 518. Okay, there's your resistance right there. All right, this may act as resistance. We'll see. We have not come back and tested it yet. And that's probably might be the first order of business on Monday would be to test the bottoms of these wicks right here, right around 512.50, okay? And then see how low they go from there. See if they're still weak after testing those. But you can never tell. Like this should have been resistance yesterday and all of this area through here. And we just ripped through that the day before. This should have been resistance on this day. And at the very last minute, they just, ran the line right there, right into that high. Okay, that should have been resistance right there. And they ran over that. You see, they couldn't hold it for long. So we'll see what happens. All right, this should act as resistance. And it may not, depending upon how bullish the market wants to be. Again, they just hit the 50-period moving average. A lot of spinach in the 50-period moving average. They could just rip from there. So we'll see what happens. All right, traders, until Monday, everybody have a big weekend. Thanks for being here. I'll see y'all on Monday, 8 o'clock. Hope I feel better. We'll see. All right. Have a great weekend.